So in terms of the Whānau Trust, it's a bit easier. And essentially, they come about when you go through that succession process. You know, your kani or your koro, your kui, or whatever passes away. They've got interests in land, and so some whānau, not all whānau, go to the Māori Land Court to succeed to those interests. Now, instead of those interests or shares in that land further fragmenting down into smaller shares and smaller shares, what the Māori Land Court tend to advise is that that whānau would establish a Whānau Trust. Now, the Whānau Trust, like I said, deals with the management of the interests. So say Miriana was my kani, and I want to find all the interests she has in land blocks. So not just talking about one land block, but every land block that she may have, Te Waipounamu, Waikato Maniapoto, having a look at all her interests she has and putting them into one trust. Now that Whānau Trust would then be, as an example, called the Miriana Pārangi Whānau Trust, and the beneficiary of all her descendants. And then all those interests, all those land shares would be put into that trust and managed by the trustees. So you would appoint trustees for the beneficiaries of all her descendants. So if the trust stayed alive for, say, 100 years, and you've got 2 or 3 more generations, as anyone that can whakapapa to that common tupuna would have an interest or be a beneficiary to that trust. And like I said, the main purpose or the main benefits of establishing that Whānau Trust is those 0.05 shares or whatever you had don't go down and get further fragmented. They stay at that 0.05 share or whatever in your kuia or your kaumata or your tupuna's name. And obviously the most important thing is to appoint the right trustees to look after those shares and how they can manage them for the betterment of all the beneficiaries of that trust. Like I said, that's usually done when someone passes away, and instead of succeeding to those shares, a Whānau Trust is made up instead. But you can also do it when people are alive. So if Julia today wanted to go out and establish a Whānau Trust over the interests you had, you could do that too. You know, you just go to the Māori Land Court and say, I want to bring all my interests together and put them into one trust, and I want to be the tupuna or the name, and everyone that will whakapapa to me for, ever can be beneficiaries to